down. See control on the left side. Well, if this ends like this, Coffee will have just 1 point from the draw. They'll be in the second position with 34 points. And then we'll have to wait for the other cluster of matches to see who else can climb up there. Osana can, St. George can, Bunna itself can. So anyone who gets just 3 points out of that one will move into the second position. For Jima, just 1 point out of this one. It's too far off from where Sidama have it at 7 points. They'll have to wait to see what the other matches can bring for them to survive relegation. It's going to be another throw in here. Push to 1 minute Dereje, gives it back to Tekle Mariam. The midfield, Nasir going off the left side now. It's gotten onto the ball. He's waiting for support, waiting to see all the yellow jerseys, then turns abruptly and sends the ball into the center. Looking for a delivery to come from Emmanuel. Takes it so far off target on the right side. Well, you wish that sometimes they just go directly towards goal and into an attempt. But then again, that would disrupt the kind of play that we know Ethiopia Bunna to have every time. It's a style to get it back to what they think is in a better position every time.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't score. They rarely score from far. They like moving the ball right into the opponent's box and score stylish goals.
This is one that goes down on the right side. There's no touch there. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Gracious Birhan let out a scream there, but just because of the amount of energy is used running out for that. But Alex Amuzu is certainly the man who's stopping everything that is going towards the Jima side on that defense line.
Intimidation. His physicality, once they see him coming towards them, they kind of tend to, just give up on the moves.
6 goal attempts altogether. Yeah, it was a crappy way to try and get the ball out of the midfield, and a foul be given here. Prince Waongo was also involved in this. Redwana series, the guilty man in this tackle. Referee says, stop talking too much, In Amharic, they say checkering, nagging, talking just a little bit too much. I think that's what the referee is against here. He tells them to calm it down. It's going to be a free kick for the Jima Abajifar side. Fatigue, of course, creeping into this game. You can see they're not in a hurry to go and take the free kick at all, even though it's in their possession. The captain himself comes to take it then. Tries to push it behind the defenders. Derese is hanging out on it. But that's as far as it gets before Tekle Mariam Shanko picks it up. Nasir. It's going to be difficult to navigate that center. Trying to get Nasir to run in the better places for running. Is kicked off the field of play by Selassie. By Malaku Wald, I beg your pardon. This is going to be given back to the Jima Abajifar side. Gilbert, what's your technical explanation of what's going on the field?
Well, it's just difficult to explain because the wider areas which are better for the better surface for both sides to play in areas which are not being utilized to the way we expected. A lot of balls are playing in the midfield, and it has really slowed down the pace of the game. There is no urgency from either side to score more.
A lot of them are looking for the perfect opportunity to be able to put in that goal. Under the circumstances, that might take long, and then perfect is not necessarily perfect with perfect conditions, but it's just perfect in just probably having the right touch. It's a long ball that Temesgen Derese puts out for Osumanu, and yes, he chases it, but it doesn't get to it. He'll run out of gas in that one. And they make a mistake here, but Osumanu is looking at the other side, is facing the other side, so doesn't get to it. Prince Waongo can't get to this one as well. I think that's the last bit of good chances that we have seen coming for the Jima Abajifar side. Why Osumanu didn't swing, I don't know, but Waongo certainly was not going to get onto that one. It was too long on the left side. 65th minute of the game. Tuan Nasir gets it to the right side of the field. An easy take from the midfield by the captain Ataro. Getting it away from either Tinse, who thought he could run through the whole midfield on his own. Oh, Terese. This one's going to catch up with him. He's going to catch up with. Brings it across, but very low one, and also not very well placed for Osumanu, is it, Gilbert?
Osumanu is tired. I mean, just his body. I mean, his demeanor is just telling you that he's really out of this game. Not alone. I couldn't have players are actually very tired of this field, but you got to soldier on. 57% has belonged to the Ethiopia coffee side in terms of ball possession percentage in the 66 minutes that have been played so far. Given out to the right. Jesus has it. He brings it all the way back to Abebe Tilahun. And Tuan Nasir is the only one in the midfield here. And now they're looking for a chance to bring in a crosser. Or a through ball and a cross then. A 45, but a very short one from Mikias Mekanen. It wasn't going to trouble anyone here, Gilbert, was it? It wasn't. It wasn't. Just playing too close to the keeper. And at this point, you expect the player to at least lift his chin up a little bit to see exactly the position of the strikers who are running towards the ball and deliver a perfect pass. Again, they're just crossing for the sake of it.
It's going to be a substitution here. And Ali Debalke is coming into the field of play. He will be taking the part of Tamuta Dese. We haven't seen much of him in this second half. 5 goal scorer for the side. But today being substituted in the 67th minute. And Ali Debalke came in the 88th minute against St. George when he played in the derby. Today in the 67th. He's a forward, Gilbert.
Yeah, he's a creative forward. He's also very stocky and strong, and very, very difficult to dispossess once he's in possession of the ball.
So you think he's the right ingredient for this game?
Absolutely. Now? I mean, just takes the pressure out of Abubakar Nasser.
Yeah, Abubakar had already decided to take the pressure off himself by playing on the left side of attack, not in the center, unless, of course, the ball is coming in that direction. So he initiates the play. Amuzu had the crucial touch on that before it was sent further up by Neguse. This comes all the way back to the Bunna side. Now you get the feeling that the Jima side is soaking in the pressure. They have just moved back to let Bunna do all the attacking, and they're sitting back in defense. They're parking the bus.
They're parking the bus. And they're not good on transition, because you expect when you're sitting in the soaking pressure, then once you win possession of the ball, the first pass should be direct to your striker and maybe get to proper counter-attack moves.
Oh, as for Tunjo, doesn't control this one. He's equally tired as well. He's done a lot of runs within this game. Taking off in the situation is difficult in the mud, and then when you get to the grass as well, taking off becomes slightly slower as well. So you're doomed if you take off quickly, you're doomed if you don't take off quickly on both occasions. That's Tunjo again. To Redwan Nasir, to his brother Abubakar, who's now cutting through the defenses, and he knows how to ball directly to the defenders, doesn't waste time at all. He moves it to them and gives them almost a dare to challenge him or to even tackle him. Totally bad delivery coming from Elias Taro. Didn't think it was going to go that way, did he? Nasser does not have time covering for him. Nasser trying to give himself a through ball here. Oh, that's a very, very annoyed defender there, throwing himself onto the ground in annoyance. Of course, there's Abubakar Nasser. Look at his right boot and what he does. He's a very intelligent player. He just leaves his boot behind to intimate that he has been tackled. You can see it maybe closer. He's got the ball here, and then the ball's come off his foot. There.
There's a little touch.
Little touch on it.
Yes, there's a little touch.
And he was turning the defenders inside out. You know, leave